Some of the day's other news: a $100 billion development bank unveiled in Brazil by the world's top 5 emerging nations. The deal signed at the BRICS summit, where the country's leaders agreed to align their efforts to move away from the West's financial dominance. Paul Scott reports from Fortaleza.
Well, Russian President Vladimir Putin going to meet with the leaders of Bolivia, Uruguay and Venezuela, for example, amongst many others. Now, these countries, their populations equate to around 400 million people. And if you combine that with the 3 billion people represented by the 5 BRICS countries, then Vladimir Putin has met with the leaders representing over half of the world's population on his Latin America tour. It all started, the breathless tour, on Friday with a visit to Cuba. He then, of course, went with an unannounced visit to Nicaragua before stopping off in Argentina and then finally here in Brazil. BRICS summit here in Fortaleza, hosted by Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff, who you may remember was a victim of NSA surveillance as revealed by Edward Snowden around 12 months ago. Now, ever since then, she's been championing for change to the internet and the way that it's governed in order to protect people's privacy. Well, earlier I managed to ask her a question. I asked her what changes she would like to see and what changes we have seen in the last 12 months.
Primeiro, a preservação da privacidade.
We must guarantee privacy on the internet and make the web an open and democratic entity. Its foundation must be based on neutrality, and that's a prerequisite for the internet to be democratic. Every person and every government has the right to a free and open internet.
Rousseff doesn't believe that one country has the right to lead the way when it comes to internet governance, and she feels that each country should have the right to its own governance to ensure privacy. Well, we are at the halfway stage of the BRICS summit here in Fortaleza. What exactly has been achieved? Well, Russia agreed to write off 90% of Cuba's Soviet-era debt. The remaining 10% will be reinvested in joint infrastructure projects in the country. There was also a symbolic meeting with former leader Fidel Castro. In Argentina, the two countries signed a peaceful nuclear power deal that will see Russia help in areas such as design, construction, operation and decommissioning of nuclear power plants. In Rio, Putin attended the Football World Cup final and received responsibility for the next competition. The tournament is in Russia in 2018. While at the BRICS summit, the nation signed off on a long-awaited $100 billion development bank, seen as a rival to the IMF, World Bank and global dominance of the US dollar. This on top of numerous trade deals. So it may have taken less than a week, but President Vladimir Putin no doubt hoping that his whistle-stop tour will cement Russia-Latin America ties.